Alright, good afternoon, everybody. Those of you who have seen last week's stream will know that I ran into some Klang-related technical difficulties that I didn't know how to resolve at the time, but didn't feel like deserved to end a run. So I did a bit of a sidestep into scrap mechanic for that stream, which is normally on my Friday stream. And I don't know why stuff just blew up there. Because that... Ooh, wow, chunky. Okay, wow. That thing used to be much more there and hadn't exploded again. But that was the original rover, which had a mag plate right here that worked perfectly fine until I took the thing that was on it off while I was reorganizing, at which point, during the load-in, it grabbed this wheel, not allowing the wheel to settle, causing the entire rover to cartwheel over and blow itself up. And that took several hours of trying to load and catch it and get a blueprint and figure out what was going on, and then some time in SE Toolbox identifying it, deleting it, realizing that I was still having momentum and movement from those phantom forces, using the blueprint in a separate save, grinding that mag plate off, loading this a few times to get the remnants as relatively undamaged as possible. And given that there used to be a small hydrogen tank about where that enormous crater is, I'm going to guess it blew up on reload. That was one of the pieces that was too heavy to drag out of the save earlier, or drag away from the wreck earlier, because it was kind of pinned underneath. So I'm going to guess it finished blowing up, and now I will be short that. I did, while I was in there, though, I believe in the bottom of one of these holes. Ooh, maybe used to, but not anymore. Jeez. Oh, no, hang on. It's hiding all the way over there, under the wreck now. None of this wreckage is going to be recovered. I'm going to delete all of it. But I wanted you guys to see it to understand what happened last time. I pulled the original mission objective, the original contract prizes out of here, because I didn't know whether or not the copies that were on board the blueprinted version would work for the missions. But that's all I'm going to keep, other than the stuff that I dragged away that was mag-plated to the top and is now sitting over there. That'll be the small grid large cargo, the small grid medium cargo and conveyor, and the small grid survival kit. I need to... Oh, actually, hang on. I need to make sure I'm not still in... Okay, I'm not still in creative mode. Good. I am, however, incredibly low on food, so I'm going to get back up on top of the rover, which does have... because that boop-boop sound is getting annoying. And then I will walk through... those 3 bits at the top are mag-plated bits that still exist that I'm going to bring back up onto the rover, but that's going to be the extent of my salvage from that. Let's see. Oh, I had some food on me. Okay. Oh, shoot. That was only 34%. Okay, that'll do for the moment, though. Alright. So, yeah, the things laying on the ground by the side of the rover... that was supposed to include a couple of those large grid thrusters too. So there were 3 of them that were stacked along there. I will grab any of those that are left, although I suspect I lost a few more. Because I apparently didn't use the correct blueprint command to get it blueprinted with all attached objects. Oh, hold on. I need to be far enough away from it that that doesn't trigger. Oh, no, I need... Hold on. Is that the only thruster I have now? There's one down here. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this now. Maybe over that way. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Jeez, oh, Pete, this is bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, apparently 2 of those thrusters is all I'm going to be able to save. Alright, so now I'm going to go into admin mode and delete stuff. Alt F10, enable creative mode, make me invulnerable while I do this, and hold on, there's salvage site research materials down here somewhere. What is that in? That, oh, that's another one of these, I think. No, hold on. Two meters that way. Neat. 1 meter that way now. Okay. But there's another one of those. Okay. So now I will go ahead and start deleting these. I think I have a copy of that up at the front, but that doesn't make any sense, because then it wouldn't be here. Hold on. I'll drag this up to the front and double check that when I get there. I thought I saw it up here, but... oh, no. I did not. That must have been something I left on board thing, figuring I'd pull it off during the intro. Alright. So how do I get it? Can I get close enough to just grab it from here? Is that good enough? No. Oh, geez. I did not mean to throw that. Alright. Those are the miscellaneous mag-plated bits that will now be my salvage from the wreck. And that is one of the ones that I had listed off earlier. And... oh yeah, there we go. Three thrusters. So I'm short 2 hydrogen tanks. Oh, there we go. Wow. I am not using this to recover any parts or components or any of that. I'm not going to pull things out of the temporary cargo down there because that would be duplicating things that are already in the rover's cargo. So yeah, almost ran that into the pit. I'm not going to go ahead and use this to get stuff that I didn't already have or replicate anything. Shoot. Didn't want that locked yet. I'll live with it, though. But I am also not going to have Klang cause complete and utter destruction of a run. At least not if it's not Klang I directly caused. Like, if I do something stupid with the crane and fling myself into space, yeah, that's a restart. But if I lose the rover because something happens on load, no. Now, I'm going to be dragging all... Oh, that's going to be the hard one to get up. That's heavy. I just threw some bunch of stuff around. Can I get that up there? Oh, yep, I'm not using Splitsy's settings, so that worked. Alright. Now let's get up here and see what I need to do. Okay, you're connected to that. You need to get out of the wheel well. And then that means I will put you back on that, which had auto-lock off, apparently. That one I wanted on the other side of the row, so drop that there. Auto-lock off, switch lock off, okay. No, that's a problem. Hang on. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Auto lock off. Switch lock off. Drag this over. Okay. Auto lock back on. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, this needs to go somewhere safe because it is my backup survival kit. Alright. And finally, auto lock on there. Okay. There we go. That puts all of that back into a relatively safe mode. Oh, hold on a second. Put you down. You... Oh. I'm now surprised this one didn't cause problems. So I'm going to get rid of it. I wonder if it had... Oh, yeah, it had that on it. That's why. But now that I know that's not a safe place to put something, I'm not going to put it there anymore. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright. Alt F10. I forgot to turn off creative mode and invulnerable. So let's get this actually placed legally. Auto lock on. Alright. Okay. There we go. Now, I have no idea which way I was going at the moment. Because, first of all, it's been 2 weeks. Second of all, this was pasted in to fix it. I do need to get the button back on there. I don't remember when that came off during the blueprinting process, but yeah. I don't have interior plate. All right. I know I have interior plate. I just don't have it on me. Seriously? Why? All right. All right. Now then. There it is. No. Hinge. Crane elbow. Tail ramp. Reverse. Okay, I might want to increase the hinge strength just a little bit there. It's working okay, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright. Now then, I was headed somewhere. It was an orange destination. It was not a salvage site. I thought it was an orange destination. Acquisition drop-off. 91 kilometers that way. There we go. Alright. What other food do I have? That's a 40. That's a 36. Yeah. When I turn these in, one set of these is going to work, the other set won't. I don't know which it'll be, so I'm not getting rid of the blueprint copies or the original copies until I figure that out. Simple as that. When I do figure it out, I will get rid of all of the wrong set and be done with it. But let me go ahead and dump some inventory a bit. All right. Headed for there, so I'm going that way. Alright. Only 40 minutes into the session, and we are back on the road. That was a little bit of a mess. Oh, I'm going to have to mess with my suspension settings again, too, because I have them maxed out so that everything is... so that nothing was dragging, basically. Which means I probably only have 3 wheels on the ground right now. And as you might guess, that is not great for actually getting anywhere over dunes. So slam on the brakes, put on the parking brake, go into the suspension, and actually I need to do that. Well, that's not particularly helpful, but okay. Drop my suspension strength from 100% significantly lower. Seems like 13 ought to do. Alright. This should help keep... Oh, hold on. I have some damage back there. I don't know what it is. I'm missing a hydrogen tank. Neat. Okay. Oh, come on. Oof. But that's not where that's coming from. Those sparks are coming from the... Oh dear. I don't know if I have solar panels. Solar cells. I am apparently short a whole bunch. Okay. Great. Crud. Oh yeah, and I did get... I don't remember if I did that while I was trying to figure things out or if I did that on stream, but I've got a ramp raise and lower set up to the cockpit. Okay, I need to take that slower because I think I banged the front and back corners on that. I've got to figure out good pathing through dunes because this is not really helping. Take it nice and straight. And yeah, I need to increase the strength of that hinge for doing stuff like that. Because otherwise it'll blow up when I go over hills like that and hits the ground. That is quite the enormous lake. Well, I'm going straight ahead for my destination at the moment, more or less. Oof. I think I might need to raise the strength of the front suspension and lower it for the others, because this is sketchy. Getting closer. Yeah, I'm gonna need to add another set of wheels to this, and get like a second floor on for mounting things. Going wider than the wheels was not smart. It was somewhat necessary for the construction phase, but yeah. I think something just loaded in. Oh, well, no. That was just my direction. I don't see any... That could be a structure up on that hill. If it is, I'm not going there. Ooh, yep, and that's what I want to avoid. Okay. Let's try going this way. I think that might be a pass. No, it's not a pass. Shoot. It might be a relatively short way across, but oh, we've got an abandoned settlement. Hopefully it will have some solar cells, because right now I am back to not having any way at all to recharge the batteries on this rover. And that's a problem. It's fun seeing the precognitive tire tracks appear on the sand in front of me. Hey! Oh yeah, I also died in the process of fixing all of that, so I lost all my survival buffs. And we'll have to get them again somewhere. That's right up here somewhere. I got a signal of something. Probably should have headed around these dunes. Because this is looking kind of like it's going to be a steep drop on the other side here. But I could be wrong. There's only one way to find out. Okay, that looks like it could be something right there, if it's not just a tree or a bush or something. Nope, that is a billboard. Will it be one of the billboards with a solar panel in it? Let's find out. I need to boost the torque. There we go. Since it shouldn't actually touch the ground anyway. And the answer is no. That is not. That is LCDs and trash. But I am going the right way. And that is kind of the important thing right now. We do, however, have to get across these dunes. This looks relatively flat. This was not a bad place to end up. Let's not drive too close to the hillsides, though. But let's also keep an eye out for easily accessible plants. Because there's basically nothing in the dunes, but there is in the mountains. Oh, you know what? I have one of these now. I should see what it can do. No, production, yeah. I can make cooked insect and mammal meat, garden slaw, chili. Okay. I feel like I should have more than that. Alright, yep. Food processor. Let's put all the food components over there. Something is thumping around. What do I have that's loose? That. Okay, yeah, I need to fix that too. Okay. Oop. There to here. Jeez, I'm facing backwards, so okay. Hopefully that helps if I've got it configured right. Back this way. Oh, and I need to pull that off and get it back onto that corner somehow. But, again, that is... Oh, hold on. The main thing I meant to do was come pick this. And then, if I can get back on this way, it's a little bit faster. Not happening today. Yeah, I don't want so much torque that this presses itself into the ground and blows itself up, but I do want enough torque that it will hold itself up as I go over hills and stuff. So yeah, I came over here to go into production for the food block. And craft some food. Okay, can't make any more of that. I can make some of those. think that's everything. Oh, there we go. Okay, I made some of my own food. I ought to also grab some seed... Actually, hold on. Before I do that, let me check my ice supply. I do not have much at all. Okay. I should have gotten some of that while I was on that lake, but I will hold off until the next one then. Something more soon. Oh, geez, yeah, I do not want to be jumping. That is bad for my rover. Okay, yeah. I did not want to turn there. I wanted to stay on the other side of that ridge. I'm going to have to kind of power over this a bit. Oh, I came up onto a nice flat spot, though. That's handy. 81 kilometers. Oh, that's a missing bit of voxel. Oop. Oh dear. Okay. Ooch. And brake. There we go. On small grid, the dunes are great for quick runs, but in large grid, they're kind of not. They're kind of a pain. Kind of off course, but I think if I come over here, I kind of have a route in between and this way that isn't so bad, that will put me back on course. And there is nothing as far as the eye can see. I'm pretty sure there was a signal for a scrap spawn to hit, but no idea where it is anymore. I'm pretty sure I'm past it, and I don't even want to think about going back for it at this point. Oh, jeez. Oof. Well, I must be going significantly downhill for a bit there, Because I hit 50. And I'm pretty sure my speed limit is in the 30s. But if the terrain stays like this for a little bit, I will make decent progress. Speaking of which... Okay, it's not letting me eat from inside the cockpit for some reason. I haven't had a finger on the gas in a little while now. So there's that. Okay. Put a little bit on there. Get to the top of the rise. Buttons bring us the speed down a little bit. Go back on. Repeat. Because I don't want to be going fast enough to get air. But I do have 75 kilometers left to drive. A little bit more that way. So I do want to get some speed down. That's a nice drop. Could have been ugly if I'd been going full speed. Oh, I'm hungry. Alright, let's pull up on this ore patch and solve the problem. Oh, because I wasn't on me. That's why. Let's eat that. There we go. Quarter tank of hydrogen somewhere on this. I think it's the tank on top of the cockpit, actually, which is kind of bad. That is not where I want hydrogen if I somehow manage to roll. Okay, hold on. 3.7 kilometers southwest? No, south-southwest? Kind of in between. Alright. Oh, I think I see it already. Thought I saw something about 45 off to the left, but that's just a mountain in the distance. Oh, hey, Amelia. Sorry I missed your chat momentarily. Probably significantly. I need to get my stream minimized on my chat window. Yeah, I can see your chat, Amelia. I'm sorry if you've already left. I only just now spotted it. I have apparently not solved my ability to hyper-focus and not notice that there is someone in chat. I thought I had, but apparently not. Okay, this may be a good source of solar cells. Let's get reasonably close, but not so close that something will shoot at me if there's something in there. And let's go take a look. These will sometimes have solar panels on them, and sometimes have turrets in them. Okay, it has a turret, but it is a dead turret. But that gets me some ammo. Right, now, the cargo containers can also sometimes have turrets in them. And they can be very tricky to spot if they're because of that little door. And they can be in this back corner. Okay. Nothing of note, nothing of note. Okay. Nothing of note in here. A whole bunch of steel bits. A battery that might be worth getting. A lot of large steel tubes and a heat vent.
Inventory full.
And there's another one. Now that I know there is no turret in here that's going to try and kill me, gonna unload and pull forward a bit. And then I will double check the roof. I do not see any solar panels up there, unfortunately. Oh, lots of large steel tubes in that. Jeez. Some in there, too. Okay. That's a good find. Gotta go unload again already, but that's why I parked here. Yeah, that's right. That's all steel. There's... some small containers. Get them all hacked. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. And nothing in that one. There is no... oh, no engine. There is a cockpit. And I saw something fall out. Okay. Power kits and health packs. No steel tube. No steel tube. No steel tubes. Some motors. 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 Nothing in the weapons locker. Okay. Got another load of stuff out of that. Get that out of the way. See about grinding that loose and bringing it on board, because, like I just mentioned, I need power wherever I can get it. Okay. Shoot. I need 2 power cells. Alright. Tell me I'm not out of power cells. Okay, good. Alright. Okay, I should own this now, which means I should be able to grind it loose, drag it closer. Nearly crushed myself with it. Can I actually lift this? No, I cannot actually lift that all the way up on my own, apparently. No. Okay. I will indeed have to use the crane and figure out where I'm going to put it. I don't want it anywhere out. I mean, I could slot it in there. I could grind that out of the way temporarily. That too, if need be, because that is not actually sealing anything off. Oh. I wonder if I have any kelp. I don't have any kelp. Algae farm. Oxygen. Oh, that's an oxygen farm. I thought that was an algae farm. Yeah, okay. I don't need that at all.
Inventory full.
Okay. That'll make it a little bit easier. I just saw something red that way, which is west-northwest-ish, I thought. Alright. So, yeah. If I'm going to put it there, I'm not going to be able to drag it through that. I am going to have to use that. That's fine. Absolutely nothing else in this that I want. No solar panels. Alright. Time to get back up. Bring that over. Crane shoulder hinge should not be off. Okay, that's all the way down there. Hold on. That hinge is past its limit. Crane shoulder hinge. There we go. I not have enough strength on that? One meganewton. What do I have on the elbows? 1 meganewton. Okay, braking torque should be not that high, but about there. Actually, let's see, can I do more of these at once? Yes. Braking torque of... Shoot. 250. Okay. Now then, the shoulder itself needs... probably 3 meganewtons of active torque. There we go. Okay. Okay. That is too much speed, I think. But let's check the rotors. Torque. Oh. Okay, that might help. Okay, switch over to the wrist. Oh, that way. Switch back to main. Okay. Lock. This is really bangy and clangy. Hold on. Let's bring that all back in for the moment. And where do I want to put that? Oh yeah, right there if I can. Okay. Now then, let's do a little bit of bringing it in. Alright. Let's not swing this thing around hard. Okay. Unlock. Okay, that's not where I thought it was, but that's close enough. Alright. And this should stow everything just fine. Just gotta give it a moment to get through its list. Alright. Now then, I'm going to have to put that back. I want an angled door A. Okay. Okay. If I put a merge block here, and roll it up, and then another one there. Okay, nope. That's not going to be the right spot. I'll do it up top. Of course, I can't actually get up top anymore. Because that was also my ramp. Hold on. Darn it. Okay. Up here. Okay. We're going to put you there, and then we're going to put you there. Get you fixed up, get you fixed up. Why are they not locking? What does red and yellow flashing mean? And what on earth is that? I've never seen that before. Oh, do I have something down there that I didn't realize? Like, did I put a light or... Oh, no, hold on. There is an edge there, isn't there? I've got a piece to hold this on? No. Yes, the half window's there. There. There we go. Good thing I didn't have anything planted yet.
Inventory full.
Alright. Now then, let's find that door. Angled door A. Got that. Alright. Man, you are clangy. You are... I don't like that I'm seeing little flashes of light from you, like something's sparking, but... you shouldn't be doing anything. But anyway, nothing else to grab from there, so... let's get back on the track to the acquisition drop-off. Going across some dunes now. Get the speed up down the hill so that I can make it to the top of the next one. Apply some magic braking at the top so that I don't go into flight. about there for that. That's the other place. Not going back to it. But I was right, I'd gone well past it. At some point I will have to sit down and come up with an unpark setting for the crane so that I can unfold it nice and magic, like I can fold it up. There. I actually want to be going more that way anyway. That actually looks like a pretty decent path. These are some seriously big dunes when you think about it, when you get a sense of scale. See non-dune terrain over there. And, ooh, this is nice and steep. Okay. It's not so bad, but that could have been unpleasant if I hadn't been paying attention. Those look a bit less like dunes up ahead and a bit more like actual hills. But it's hard to tell at this distance. Drop some speed before the ridge, pour it back on after the ridge. Like a big crater in the sand. More than anything I'd want to go through. Especially when I can just go around. but I was wrong. It was still just more sand dunes ahead of me. These long drives are kinda... how do you say, not all that interesting for streaming, especially when there's nobody in chat to talk to. Past few streams, the only thing I've seemed to have attracted are people looking to sell me, I suppose you'd call them beautification packages for my YouTube and Twitch channels. Not that I don't appreciate the offers, but I don't have a budget for that at the moment. So, you know, it's kind of no fun trying to explain that to them. Most of the samples I've seen are pretty busy and would, in my opinion, risk making the screen so noisy that nobody would want to watch it on YouTube later anyway. Let's get this speed bled off before I cross the ridge here. We've definitely got mountains ahead to the left. Still nothing but dunes dead ahead. Although that's a nice straight bit that I could cruise along for a while. I suppose I've made it about 30 kilometers already, so I'm making pretty good time. I might actually get there with time left to do something in the stream. Now, it's partly just a guess, but I think what I'm going to find when I get in here is that I didn't realize I had contracts left after dying in stream 3 of this series without a survival kit and having to start from scratch. And so I'll have contracts I can fulfill there. And that will also mean that I'll be finding a pair of small grid flying ships. Neither one of them terribly impressive. Because... oh, hey, I made survival level 2. Because one of them was a small hauler that couldn't lift more than 300 steel plates as its entire cargo. And the other one, while better, left me with no access to the cargo network except while it was hovering. Which doesn't really work so well. as a scavenging ship, because that burns a lot of fuel. They were both hydrogen-based, and I didn't really have any way to charge anything. Kind of like I'm stuck right now, with 2 hours or so of power. Oh, hold on. This is... No, this is okay. I was off at enough of an angle that that looked very much like a near vertical drop, but it wasn't. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight through this. Actually, I don't want to go straight. I want to go about there. There we go. Scrap settlement, 3 kilometers to the side. Not right now. I should have left admin mode on long enough to clean up all the miscellaneous floating debris from that site. All the scrap plate and stuff. Oops. Well, I've got mountains dead ahead. Looks like this will be left of them, but looks like the path through might be to the right. It's really not easy to guess where you're supposed to be going on this planet. And at nighttime it doesn't help because that lake down there looks like it's just black. Like there's a sudden drop-off that you can't see. And there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, the way around that is definitely going to be to the right if it's anywhere. Looks like I will be crossing the lake bed. I ought to be able to get myself some ice that way at least. Yep. And I am definitely not going to try and cross those mountains, so I'm going to aim that way. Let's cruise across the lake bed, and I will... I don't have a drill. Oh, hold on. I just saw something right there, 4 kilometers away. I'm basically going parallel to the acquisition drop-off right now. But that could be something worth a fair bit. Oh, right there. I didn't see the name against the light background. Oh, and then... probably about 30 left. Going to be more than that from where I'm headed, but... An unknown logistics post. Okay. Something else back over that way. Alright, let's see if we can find that logistics post. We might have something useful on it. And if not, that scrap spawn will be something worth grabbing, hopefully. What did that say? 1.7 kilometers? That means I'll probably see it when we crest this hill. Or not. Maybe the next one. Oh, 1.3 now, and I think I see an antenna or something. Right there. Could be power lines at this distance. No, that's a building. And maybe a wind turbine? Maybe not. Yep, it's a large wind turbine. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at this thing. Yeah. That is so clangy. Alright, I've got stuff here. Outcompeted. Oh. Some more Tier 2 welders. Jeez. Alright, hold on. Okay. Let's go ahead and unload and head back up. For a moment, I thought I had stumbled across my first run base because it's one of these buildings, but good lord, I've got a lot of stuff on me that I don't need. Alright. Okay. There. Okay, anything in here? Okay, and in here? That's a lot of motors and steel tubes just hanging out in there. Alright. Alright, hold on. How big are these? 30 liters? 20 liters? And tiny. Okay, that's why, though. Alright. Got some Klang cola in. Got a little bit of... Or maybe that was Cosmic Coffee. I wasn't paying enough attention. Man, these tiny little drawers sure can hold a lot, huh? Yeah. I want to find the outcompeted bit. That'd probably be in here, yeah. The idea that there's machines out there that now make my work obsolete. It's affecting me. I hope this Factorum leaves as quickly as they arrived. Oh boy. Steel tube. I really should get a bed on the rover, but since it's single player and... I shut everything down in between sessions, it doesn't really matter so much. It just feels odd. Alright. I'm not going to dig that out. Oh, man. That is really tempting. Small oxygen tank I do not need. Yeah. I don't want one of the large ones. I want to find a small one, and then I'll figure out some way to plant it and draw power from it when the time comes. Okay. Let's get back up. Yeah, the ladder up by the front worked pretty well for a while, but I think the grid is too jiggly now that I have a crane. So... that way. Oh, actually, the salvage site was this way a bit. Let's keep an eye out for it. We might find something else good. I'm going to zoom out like this because it tends to keep the screen a little bit brighter for you guys. And who knows, maybe I'll see the scrap spawn. In fact, I think I might. I think it's those things, and my cat just walked across my keyboard, and I have no idea what he just stepped on there. Yeah. And I am hitting keys and not knowing what they do. Alright, hang on. Bear with me for a moment. I have done something to my game. Oh, I've somehow gotten into screenshot mode. There it is. Okay, hold on. I don't know how to get rid of that. I have to do a little bit of research here. Let's see what I've got. Space Engineers Performance Profiling. Control H or Alt numpad decimal. There we go. It was Control H. All right. I've never seen that before. Okay. Oh yeah. I was headed toward those, which may well just be a trio. Nope, it's not just a trio of trees. It's actually something. All right. It's an unknown logistics drone, so it's not what I thought I was looking for. It's taken off. Okay. That has definitely taken off. What on earth? What is it doing? Besides dropping something and then just bugging out? There it is. Okay, that's odd. Okay, that's a medium cargo. Okay. Oh, neat. Oh, that's a joy. Okay, hold on. I'm going to climb up, pull a little bit closer so I don't have to go as far. But on the way, I think I'm only going to need one more solar cell to be able to fix the little bit of power generation I actually have, which I get to this way. Yeah, one. Oh. Okay, hold on. Empty cargo. Pull forward. And that looks like a train trestle? I pulled up way too close to it to really tell. But yeah. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna have some ore. And it's not gonna be a terribly small amount either. Then I will grind down the rest of this. Oh, actually, might as well start grinding it down now. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, I don't see any way to get up there, unfortunately, so that's just gonna have to stay as it is, because I don't feel like building a ramp and everything to get up to that. Not while I'm trying to get to an actual destination, anyway. Okay, anyway, that was interesting. That was the signal I was looking for, and it was a logistics drone that went looking for it, apparently. Okay, acquisition drop-off is this way, 40 kilometers. Let's cross the lake by a flat part. I wonder if I'll ever find a drill. Because I could use a drill arm to grab lots of ice from this to get to the point that I can afford to plant stuff. Well, anyway, let's see. There we go. I'm at least a little bit. Yeah, now this is just going to be dark. Hopefully this is a way around the... Oh, come on. I can tweak the position sometimes to get light for you, and sometimes not. Maybe I'll look into a sleeping mod. Made it more than halfway to my destination for the stream in less than half of my stream time. And that's even with several stops along the way so far. A little bit of a side view to make sure I'm not going to run off any cliffs while I do this. But I think I want to run around the outside of that, because it looks like it'll be smoother over than... Ooh, no. Oh dear. I'm going around some mountains or over some mountains, and I think I'm going to try over, because it looks like the sand blends into that one nicely there. I will probably have to backtrack, but maybe I'll find a good spot down the other side. Who knows, right? Oh, hey, Mary Waitee. Hey, Mary. It's going pretty good. How are you doing? Oh, geez. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ooh. Whew. Okay, that was almost bad. Got distracted and didn't notice a hill coming up. Not sure this is a good idea, but I am going to go up onto the mountainside and get a look. Oh, geez. Yeah, I really need to... I need better light. Trying to do this at night is insane. Not going back to that right now. Let's see if this mountain has a good path down the other side, maybe. And if not, I will come back here. There. Yes, Space Engineers, I love playing on stream. I've also got a scrap mechanic stream going, and a oh shoot, I'm blanking on a grounded stream going. Went into scrap mechanic and grounded relatively blind. Grounded, I put like an hour and a half into years back. Post survival update, but I really couldn't tell you much of anything about it since then. I'm having a lot of fun with that one too. Grounded, I went in, well, I knew it was a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids sort of scenario, but other than that, I went in completely blind. I'm having a lot of fun with that, but I am nowhere near ready to kill some of the stuff that I need to kill, which is causing problems. I need to be on the other side of the ravine I'm on here, because that is not a good way down. So I need to turn around, not drive off this cliff. Ooh. I was about to drive off that cliff. I did not want to drive off that cliff. I need to be on the other side of this ridge that I just drove up on, because there is a way down there. So I think I can get across there from further back. Oh, God, I'm getting fog now. Navigation trouble, and of course I get fog. Well, at least I saw the way out before the fog rolled in. Okay, I think I can cross it here. I hope I am right. Yeah, there's the ravine. I can cross here. Cool. Okay. Now I can make it across the mountains. I had fun with Minecraft ages ago. To give you an idea of how long ago, though, the end was brand new the last time I played Minecraft. So I would be way past clueless about its current state, I am absolutely sure. And now I am not so sure I can make it out through here, which is freaking me out in the fog, because this looks worse than it did before. What on earth? Yep. This was not the way out that it looked. That looks like the way out. Okay. What on earth? That's where I was before. I would have... Hold on. No... Maybe? Oh, this fog is ugly. Come on. No. Back up. Okay. I've been streaming for a couple months. I really don't want to fall off these edges. Back up. Nope, nope. Oh, no. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is very bad. Oh, dear. I am full brake. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, if I survive this, I will be absolutely shocked. Oh, I need to turn. I really... No, I don't need to turn. Oh, my God. I have no idea how I made it down that safely. Oh, jeez. But there's something down here on the lake bed. I just have to find it. Which is not going to be easy in the fog. This is absolutely pea soup, and first person doesn't really help. First person helps a little bit. Oh, hold on. That looks like something. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, I think my suspension is still a little bit stiff. Sure. Open to suggestions. What you got? Okay, lots of potentially usable parts in this. I want to get my hands on that if I can. That's going to be a big project to tear down and to fix. Okay. Nothing in there. That doesn't hold anything. That's just parts. Really, the only thing I'm going to get out of this that I might want is a single wind turbine. Alright. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit easier to get it out of.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I know. I'm not in a good spot to be able to do something like that right now, though, unfortunately.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
You aren't going to be the first person who's come to offer assistance on that, actually. Okay. Okay. Not that I don't appreciate the tip. It's just genuinely not something I can do anything about at the moment. Alright. Okay, come on. Alright, that's locked. Cool. I got something out of that. Now I have to go 30 more kilometers in almost the other direction. Yeah, I appreciate it, though. I'm going to be driving first person because as bad as this view is, it's the best I've got at the moment. Oh, wow. Oh, no, actually, I think I am going to turn around and go for that unknown signal. Maybe the weather will clear while I do that. Oh, I'm going the right way anyway. I had not turned far enough in the fog. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Where do I park? Honestly, okay. Move forward a bit. There we go. I think I park up here. Yeah, that'll be enough. Oh, geez, I went past it. Shoot. Oh, well. That puts me here. Okay. Didn't get anything new. Alright. Anti-rad med kit, another bad grinder, and that. Okay. And then a whole bunch of parts. There we go. Nothing too impressive, but it does look like the fog did clear while I was doing that, so perfect timing. If only it were morning, too. Gotta take off the parking brake to start moving. Okay, I think I want to go around the left of that ridgeline. No, I'm going to go over the ridgeline. Alright, across this lake. I am at 5%. Oh no, that's 5% power consumption. Never mind, that's not as bad as I thought it was there. I thought I was down to 5% power. Is Is that Voxel? Oh, yeah, that's Voxel Mountain, not Boulder. Alright. 25 kilometers. I've made it 2/3 of the way to my destination in just half a strain. Making a lot of stops along the way. Haven't really found all the stuff I'm looking for, unfortunately, but, well, you do what you can. This is bad driving. I think this view is slightly better for the strain. I genuinely don't know. None of it's going to be great right now because it's dark. To clear a ridge line that I will have to slow a little bit for. There we go. Okay. Head to the left of that mountain. This gets pretty bad near the mountains. Man, if I'd done this first person, this would be horrible. Still more that way. Okay. Yeah, I cannot find a good view for you guys right now. It's just not stable enough to stay lit. Got another mountain to cross or go around. Oh, jeez. Nothing good there. Looks like it might be go around to the right. I am not far away from it, though. 17 kilometers out from my destination. I might get there... I should get there in the next half hour. I'm definitely going to have to go around this mountain, though. I am not making the same mistake again, where I nearly lost this entire rover because I thought I saw a good way down. and then couldn't tell I was already nosing down too much to go backwards when I started to turn around. Okay. I really ought to find a place to park up and get some ice, but I am so close to being at the acquisition drop-off site. Maybe I can do it closer to there. Terrain's better, I might be able to see the acquisition drop-off spot soon. I think it's like a 2 or 3K horizon on a planet this size, but it is also quite jumpy. Gonna turn right here. No, actually that's not as bad as it looked. There we go. Just don't jump over that. And do swing over. Okay. Back on route, just over 10 kilometers away. Getting a GCSH beacon at the acquisition drop-off. Nickel, ice, nickel, ice. Oh, jeez, no! Remember what I said before about if I make a mistake that screws me over and it's my own, I live with it? This is exactly what I was talking about. Son of a crap. I did not at all recognize that that was... I suppose, sorry. That was going to be a jump. Until I was well past it. That would be the first impact zone. Oh yeah, this was bad. Oh geez, yeah. That did not look anywhere near that big from the zoomed out like I was. Alright, let's see if I can do anything at all about this. I lost the large cargo. Oh dear, how is my farm? My farm is completely in... No, hold on, my farm is over there. My farm is looking intact. Okay. That's busted down beyond the ability to repair because I can't get construction frames. Alright. Well, time to start salvaging what wreckage I can.
Inventory full.
I still have some cargo at least. That's good. Alright. Ooh. That's all my stuff.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Do I still have my refinery? I do not. Because it would be back here somewhere. It would be right there. Oh, no. Okay, that's extra bad. Because I don't see the small one either. No, okay, I still have the small one. It is still okay. Okay. If I can't get that fixed, all is not lost. Oh my god. Almost everything is lost. But not quite. Okay, there's cargo I can dump in. There's the other one there. Okay, I need... Hold on. Okay. There. Okay, I can't do it that way. No, that just doesn't have any of that in it. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. I need... Oh dear. Construction components. There we go. Let's start with those. Medical components. Hold on. Okay. Medical components. Four motors, a display, 5 computers, and some steel plate. Alright. Okay, no loose steel plate floating around. Computers. And... there. And then motors. A display and 4 steel plate. Okay. Okay, and steel plates. Oh, shoot. Can't reach that. There it is. Steel plates. Oh, construction frames. Okay, that's dead.
Inventory full.
That's also construction frames. That's also dead. Oh dear. Oh man. Wow, those survived. Neat. Okay. Yeah, that's also construction frames. Okay. You know what? Let's see if I can jump up here. There's no way I can jump up there. Okay. Alright. This is what I want. Oh dear. It is low oxygen and hot. And that's not a good combination for a dude in a spacesuit. Okay. Let's dump all the steel plate I can into the frame here. Oh, great. And debris. Lovely.
Health low.
Oh dear. Okay. Now I need... Oh, I could have gone there. Alright. I need to get hinges and mag plates and such and get this thing flipped over. Okay. Okay, I can dump some stuff into there. Alright, motors... Hold on. I do not need any of that on me. Motors... metal grids. Oh, jeez, come on. I have to wait out this storm. That's all there is to it. All because I thought there was like a 3-inch sandbar, and it turned out to be a 12-foot one. I was making such good time, I got cocky. And now... I just have to sit here and wait. sandstorm. But if I wait...
Health low.
If I wait too long, I'm going to lose what's in this. But if I don't wait, I'm going to die for a variety of other reasons. Let me actually make sure you're not damaged. Okay. Interior plate. Okay. Steel plate.
Your health is critical.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Well, let's eat. Why can't I eat? That is my inventory. Oh, because I just ate. Okay. It did take the first time. Oh, man. That storm needs to go away. That storm really, really needs to go away. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Step one is going to be hinge. Oh, geez. Okay, I apparently just let the bits of that fall. I did not realize. That could have been bad. Anything that can go in there? A little bit, but not much. Okay. Alright. I need to get the food out of here. I need to get the... seeds out of there. Magnesium is good. Yeah. Platinum and gold and silver. Okay, I need construction components and construction components. Alright. Hold on. Hinge lock on. because then I want... How do I want to do this? That might be the easy way. I don't have any steel plate. Construction component, steel plate. I think it was it interior plate or was it construction component? Construction component, okay. Okay. Hold on. I did that as down. I need steel plate to place those. All right. I'm going to do like 3 of these. Okay. Need motors and large steel tubes and computers. Oh dear. Okay, motors. Large steel tubes. Tell me I'm not out of... Oh, there we go. Okay. Displays... No, not displays. No, hold on. Construction component, large steel tube. Computers, construction component, large steel tubes. Okay. Large steel tubes. Oh, yeah, large steel tubes are huge. Okay, construction components and computers. All right. Where are the computers? Okay. I have computers. Okay. Velocity minus something. All right. Okay, and 9. I need steel plate. Alright. Six more motors, and that's it. Alright, hold on. Oh, oh. That's why. Okay. I want that about there. Then that one I will swing down. Six motors. All right. Okay, that has locked. Now then. Okay. I want that to go down. Okay. That is going nice and slow. Hold on. Not you, but you. And not you either. Come on. Nope. You were doing better before. That is going over ever so slow, but it is going over. All right. man, this is bad. I mean, I have the parts if I can get this over fast enough. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Oh, jeez. I have lost about 90% of everything on this. That's about to hit 90. Okay. Hinge lock off. Hinge lock off. Once this touches down, okay.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Okay.
Energy low.
Well, the good news is I survived. And the bad news is I have to deal with my cargo issue now. May not be as bad as I thought because I kept that whole cluster. But I need to charge. Okay, that's a problem. Not an unfixable one. But... oh, neat. Okay. Okay, good. Alright. Now then. Let's get down into here and find that. Oh no. Okay. I lost everything I hadn't picked up yet.
Inventory full.
I think that may have included
Inventory full.
the contract items, but I am not sure. I don't remember seeing the message that I lost the contract, but I was occupied, so... oh dear. Alright, I need to pull, like, all the steel plate, because that is 90% of what I will need here. Oh dear. I cannot do without a gyro. The next gyro I find, I have to get on here. I haven't seen one since I got a crane capable of letting me do it. But it is now a priority officially. Alright, back through here. Oh man, this was... oh, the one I'm working on that. Oh, those aren't going to be... oh no, I have no bulletproof glass. I can't farm anymore unless... actually, unless I do have some somewhere in here. Nope. I could get some from the cockpit, but that seems like a very bad plan. Okay. Wow. Those all survived completely intact. That hydrogen tank survived intact. I can't get construction frames. Ugh. Oh dear. Okay, hold on. Those are all working. Why could I not deposit into them? Oh, no, hold on. That one's busted. Hold on. Okay. Okay, there's that. There's that. Check the rest of the cargo cluster. That used to be the large grid, so I need metal grids. That made it through. That made it through. Air vent made it through. Okay, wow. Oh, those are construction frames. Okay, well. Alright. Oh, hold on. How'd that make it? Just some steel plate. That was just some steel plate. Wow, I came out of that lucky. Let's go ahead and get that fixed up. And then this. Alright, that's coming up. Okay. This is unrepairable, so... Well, it didn't have anything in it anyway, though, so that's good. I need some more of that. Hold on. Okay. Oop.
Energy low.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I've got open decking there. Oh, I need so much bulletproof glass. Okay. Let's see if I can pull any. Oh, apparently I can. Do I have enough? No. No, I still have some. Okay. And come over here. Okay. This may actually all be fixable.
Energy critical.
Or maybe not. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not quite. Dump that there. And there. Oh my god. Well, time to get back on the road. I'm much less top-heavy now than I used to be. There's a bright side to everything. I still have an ore detector, too. Something is smoking, though. Don't know what. But it appears to be coming from the farm. Which probably means it's coming from necessary equipment in the farm, and I just have to hope beyond hope that it isn't something that requires construction frames. Jeez, that was steep. Okay, I'm going that way. 6 kilometers west-northwest. Rephrase that. 2 kilometers almost west. Hoping for a lot of glass from there. I'm not going to get it, but I'm hoping. I don't think that's going to have any glass. That's not going to have any glass. Okay, back to west-northwest. .6K is going to be on the other side of the mountain. Hopefully still on the lake. Oh, man. I just realized something. I don't actually have a plugged-in survival kit at the moment. I didn't do that before I started moving again. So I am not leaving this lake bed without resolving that. And getting all the bulletproof glass I can off of whatever this spawn is. Which looks to be on a lake bed on the other side there. Okay. It's right there. Awesome. Hopefully there is something useful over here. I'm reading a number of targets that are too small to see still. I've hit survival level 4. Survivor level 4. Jeez. Okay, that's tire wrecking fences, and okay. There's something here. It's not much. It's probably not going to be bulletproof glass. Okay. Where did I see something that was still bent out of shape, though? Or was it my... Oh, no, it was just that line. Okay. Yeah, this. Auto lock off. Unlock. Okay. Alright. I'm putting one there. And one there. No. Yes. Shoot. Gonna have to be to face the right direction and be plumbed. It'll be upside down. That's fine. So I want it there. Yes, I want it there. Okay. Okay, need to see it from this side to get the better angle. There we go. There. Okay. Now I'm ready to actually do stuff that might get me hurt. And I am way farther from there than I thought I was. Okay. Everything here is components to me. Doesn't matter what it might be some other time, everything here is components. Unless I find a large grid gyro.
Inventory full.
I need 2, 4... Really? I need 4 bulletproof glass. Jeez. Okay. And then I need to come in here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did not get all of it. Okay, that's all fixed. I will have to check from underneath. Okay. Really? It is absolutely amazing what survived here. Okay. Okay, if I connect... Oh, Jesus. Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and call it early today. I've got some plans. My wife's about to get home, got to take her car down. Gonna have to figure out what the heck to do about all of this. And so I will see you guys next stream or next week or however you want to show up. And let's send you over to somebody else who is doing another scrapyard run. All right. Have a nice day, everybody.